Hello, welcome back. I think it's time to give my front porch a makeover. I actually haven't decorated out here since Halloween and Christmas time, so that's been like 6 months since we took down our Christmas light display, and it's just looking a little sad. So we're gonna up the curb appeal, make my house feel welcoming and upbeat again, and kind of get out of this slump that we've been in. I don't want to make it too complicated for myself today. I don't want to make it so involved that I start avoiding it or procrastinating. Instead, I'm just going to keep it simple, share some decorating ideas that you could replicate or achieve within like 30 minutes. You have 15-30 minutes, you want to decorate your space, I'm going to show you how. So here is the space we're working with, and as always, I feel the need to acknowledge that this is not a full front porch. I've really just got this small concrete front step area, and then this front flower bed that we've cleared out and kind of pretend is a little porch setup. One day I do hope to be able to acquire my dream home with like a full, beautiful wraparound front porch, but that's not the reality that I have right now. And the reality for most of us is that we have modest living spaces like what you see here, and that's totally fine. I've spent the last few years learning to love and embrace it, and of course I've always been so grateful for my home. So I'm just here to show you that you don't have to have the biggest and the best in order to feel proud and just take comfort in the space that you're in. So okay, I just had to cut myself off there because y'all know I can get myself going and just ramble and ramble and ramble, but essentially all that I'm saying is that it is so easy for us to get stuck in a comparison trap from social media, seeing everybody's highlight reels and beautiful Pinterest-worthy photos of their home and just crisp, white, brand new kitchens and beautiful front porches with cascading flowers and pumpkins in the fall and things like that, and feel dissatisfied with our own space if you maybe don't have that, like I don't have that. And it's okay to remind ourselves that what we have is normal. I have a normal home, an average space. It works perfectly for my family, and it might not check off every box of like wants and dreams that I've ever had, but it is everything that we need. And I deserve to be able to be proud of my space, even the same as someone with a mini mansion and the most perfect Pinterest front porch. So anyway, you do too. If you also have a modest average home, just know that this is normal, and it's okay to embrace your space and take pride in your space. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I did start by sweeping all the cobwebs off of the front door area and the front step and walkway, and now I'm just raking out the large leaves and debris that had collected in these two side flower beds so that we can kind of have a clean or at least cleared off space to decorate. Typically I would pressure wash like the whole front, well really the whole house, but the front of the house, the siding, the front door, step, walkway, all of that. But I am clawing my way out of a nearly 4-month bout of debilitating depression, like the worst depression I've ever experienced in my entire life, which is why this space has been so neglected. And I didn't want to make this too involved and overwhelm myself, so that I started avoiding it and just never got it done. So we're making it manageable, taking it in bite-sized pieces, and I think this is totally fine. So after I'd gotten this cleaned up, this is essentially our starting point now. And having this cleared away and just a blank slate, I was able to start to bring together the look that I wanted. And I did start with these two planters. I'm making sure that they're not going to get in the way of the function of this front step, so they aren't going to get knocked off when we open the door. We can still easily get to the door, and they worked perfectly here. I would highly recommend that if you also have a small front step or front porch area, these planters are wonderful. They're very well suited for the space. I just added in some foam mums that I invested in last year, and they looked gorgeous. And then I got a new layering rug at Hobby Lobby for $9 and used the same doormat that I've had for 3 years because it's all weather material and it works really well. It's held up fantastically, and it saves me $12 to $15 from having to get a new doormat every single month. And then I wanted to kind of extend the look of the step to make it look more like a front porch, so I flanked either side of the lower step with another planter and a faux topiary. And then I've got these, it's a set of 3 like outdoor lanterns, and they are such a good investment. I use them to decorate all of the time. They just work perfectly in this space and kind of fill in those gaps so that it looks like a more well-rounded, put together space instead of a separate step and flower bed. And then I did also finally get a new front door wreath. The same day I found those planters, I found this wreath, and I think that it's absolutely stunning. I think it's eucalyptus and olive stems, but it's just very full and lush. It looks beautiful on its own, but it's also a great neutral base for any seasonal or holiday decorating. You could add in faux florals or bows and really dress it up for any kind of decor that you're wanting to do. Okay, I love the way that this is coming together. It's making the front step area look like a real porch, way more full and balanced. But now that we've got that put together, this flower bed is looking very empty. And I've just realized that I don't really have anything to fill that space there, at least not to create a cohesive look with what we've done with the front step. So I think I'm going to have to run out to the store real quick. Before we get going, I'm just going to reapply my lip gloss. I found this lip combo that I am loving from City Beauty. I have the City Lips defining liner in the color blush, and then this plumping lip gloss in the color San Diego. That is so fun. And I've actually previously never been someone who enjoyed lip liners. This one is perfect. It does not feather or bleed at all, and the color is like my lips but better. It's absolutely perfect. I have this thing with my lips where the actual color in my lips doesn't extend all the way to my natural lip line. Can you see? Like the color kind of goes up into the corners, but my line is down here. So because of that, a lot of lip liners just like don't look right on me. But this one is perfect. Let me show you. Do you see the difference? And then I like to top it with this San Diego. This is such a fun summer lip gloss. I have always been a lip gloss girly. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? On days that I do less makeup, I have been doing like mascara, a little bit of Benetint on my cheeks, and then the City Lips plumping gloss in the color Tinseltown with no liner. And then on my nightstand, I like to keep their Line Therapy Define and Smooth Lip Balm. I like to apply this right before bed and then first thing when I wake up in the morning to just hydrate my lips and kind of smooth out some of those fine lines to give a more hydrated, naturally plump look. This works immediately and over time because it has some skincare ingredients in it that just smooth out those fine lines and really keep your lips looking youthful and kind of that natural aesthetic that I'm going for. And I actually am partnered with City Beauty on today's video, so if you like this combo or want to try out any of their skincare and beauty products, you can use the link in my description box and code LOVINGLIFE at checkout to save 20% off of your City Beauty order. But now let's head out, get to the store, see what we can find to fill in the rest of this space and complete this front porch makeover. So I decided to stop by Walmart, and I'm so glad I did. I don't often shop here, but I seem to hit the jackpot every time I step foot in this store, and today was no exception. I was immediately drawn to this area where there's a full display of wind chimes, and this one in particular caught my eye. I just could not figure out how it would make noise, and then I found the box and realized it's not a chime. It is a rain chain. It's like a decorative alternative to a downspout. I thought that was so cool and interesting, but they did have quite a selection of actual wind chimes, a lot of them with solar panels, so they would have ambient lighting at nighttime. This one with the hummingbird and the flowers in particular caught my eye, and it became the source of inspiration. I just instantly knew what I wanted to do as soon as I had seen this one. It made a beautiful sound, had a beautiful picture, and it reminded me of my grandparents. Of course, if you don't want one that lights up or has a solar panel, they did have a really good selection of like more traditional chimes that made the most beautiful summer breeze music, is what it makes me think of. They had some that were metal, some that were like this sea glass and whimsical looking, but this one in particular caught my eye. So it did have a solar panel and LED lights, but it's a chime of hummingbirds. And when I was growing up, my grandparents had this gorgeous, really big property where they raised chickens and they did a lot of decorating. And in the summertime, they had a ton of hummingbird feeders all over their property. You could always go out and see hummingbirds, or really any kind of birds. They had a lot of bird feeders, squirrel feeders. They loved animals and wanted to attract them to their home. So I just felt so inspired by that, wanted to pay homage, and selected a chime and then made my way over to this section with hummingbird feeders. And I was surprised at how many they had to choose from. I feel like this is kind of the standard, or at least what I'm used to seeing, the bright red with the faux flowers for them to sip from. These were all over my grandparents' property. This one in particular that almost looks like a little umbrella reminds me of my mom. I just know she would have picked this up, and I feel like she would have put it in this little corner of their property where they had a trellis and a little stone bench, and I used to just hide away in there and daydream about wanting to live at their house or treat it like a summer camp or a sleepaway camp or something, and just read out on their property and enjoy their space for entire summers. That never happened, but I dreamed about it all the time. But anyway, I was just looking through the feeders and the food. I have no experience here, so they did have 2 ready to use nectars and one that was a concentrate. I ended up going with a ready to use though, because I don't really have any experience and also don't know if my area actually attracts hummingbirds. But I made some selections, checked out, and went home. So I did find a few things at the store for this space, including this citronella plant that has now started wilting in the car. So I'm just going to give it a little drink of water real quick and then start pulling some things together for this space. I have like probably the blackest thumb ever, so I'm gonna try my best to keep this alive and repelling bugs for the entirety of the summer season. Wish me luck. It will be my only live plant, so it will have all of my focus. In realizing this about myself over the last few years, that's why I've turned to the faux greenery. But we're gonna try again this year, see if we can knock out some of those bugs that love to swarm around this area and keep it looking pretty and feeling comfortable for the season. Now, probably the number one thing that I have to fill that space is this galvanized outdoor bench. Garrett got this for me for my birthday, I want to say 5 years ago maybe. Anyway, it fills the space nicely. We don't actually sit on it because it gets so hot in the direct sun, but it is pretty. It's a nice aesthetic and it's held up great for the most part. There's a bit of rust that's formed over the last, I don't know, year or so, so it might end up being our last season with it, but we're gonna use it until the legs rust off. I always say get some good use out of the investment and just kind of set things around it to make it look pretty and look like a seating area that we might actually use. So starting with this bench, I always like to center it under this big window here and kind of be the anchor of this space, and then I start decorating around it. I have this larger size of the same planter that is on the front step, so it does come in 2 different sizes, and I just put my citronella plant in there. And then I've had these shepherd's hooks for a while, and we've used them many times in different ways. I think this is the first time though that I'm having a hummingbird feeder and a wind chime from them, so I'm just going to get all of this setup, I did go with that ready to use hummingbird nectar, and it filled this like smaller feeder perfectly. If this actually attracts any hummingbirds and we notice that the liquid starts to go down, I know that it could take a while for you to actually be able to like see them because they tend to avoid humans. But if we start attracting them and they build trust and we start seeing them like flocked to this space, then I absolutely intend to go back and also get the larger one that goes with this and more hummingbird nectar and hang it from the double shepherd's hook on the other side. But we're just starting with this one for now, and it ended up working perfectly on the smaller hook and just kind of filling the space here, giving enough room for the birds to actually be comfortable and be able to rest there. And then I did get that chime that was all hummingbirds that light up at night, and I will show you what it looks like at night here at the end when I give you the before and afters. But I'm just getting that untangled and trying to decide if it looks better on the lower hook or the higher hook. Ultimately, I decided on the lower one. I liked it as kind of like an end cap to this decorated space, and I feel like it just pulled everything together so nicely. But anyway, before I show you how everything turned out, I wanted to remind you of what this space looked like when we first started, how bare and just undecorated and sad it was looking, and this is what we've got going on now. I absolutely love how this turned out. It is so simple, but also stunning. It fills this space perfectly without being too much or too overwhelming, impeding on the function of this front step and front door walkway area. But it's just the perfect accent, and it's so comforting with all the nods to my grandparents who, like I said, were such a ray of sunshine in an otherwise pretty dreary childhood. Something about this project just heals my inner child, and now I look forward to coming home, pulling up, seeing this, and it makes me feel more welcomed and invited into my own space. And like I said, I wanted to show you how this lights up at night. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I've gotten so many compliments from neighbors and friends who have seen it, so I would highly recommend one of these solar chimes for your own front porch or garden area. Okay, I absolutely love this, so I think we are good to call it a wrap on this front porch makeover. I love how everything turned out, and I hope that you all were able to get some ideas and inspiration that you might be able to use in your own space and just enjoyed decorating my home with me. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That always helps to support my channel so much. And don't forget to check out City Beauty. You can find all of their skincare and makeup products through the link in the description box. And don't forget, use code LOVINGLIFE at checkout to save 20% off of your City Beauty order. Once again, thank you so much to City Beauty for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for coming back and choosing to spend your time here with me. I never take it for granted. I know there's so much content on the internet these days, and it is not lost on me that you choose to spend your time hanging out here with me. If you are new here and this was your first video, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave and the notification bell so that you're notified of any future uploads. We've got a lot more outdoor projects this summer, some yard cleanup, and we're gonna head inside and get some room makeovers done, and I don't want you to miss that. But anyway, thanks for being here today. Hopefully I see you in the next one. Bye.